Hello all, this is Arzen, and I'm here with a random little vlog to fill in the vlog. I know that there's been a gap of no videos and whatever for quite a while, so I guess I got some catching up to do. I got some questions that people liked to be answered. I asked if people wanted things answered and what people were interested in. Question 1. What was your first game on the channel? My first game on the channel was actually Killing Floor, the first game, and I was pretty bad at it, to be honest. I enjoyed it though, and I did try to. Yeah, the videos weren't great, but we all had to start somewhere. I mean, I still technically consider myself amateur in this, but my videos have improved a lot since then, in quality and thus. But yeah, so Killing Floor. Question 2. What was your favourite game from your childhood? God, so many. Like, for the D&D fans out there, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, those were really high up there for me. Dungeon Keeper 2, that was a good one. I enjoyed that one. Age of Mythology was a good one. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. The favourite one? I don't know. I guess I gave you 3 there. So, there you go. Question 3. Do you often play with groups? I wouldn't say I do it often. Like, obviously everyone's busy, and when you can't do this as a job, when you can't do YouTube as a job and it's just a hobby, and obviously your friends are the same, there's not a lot of times where your friends are always free. Sometimes I play with a friend, or, but never in an actual recording, never in a video on YouTube. But I'd say on occasion I do. Question 4. Do you always play at a certain time or whenever? Preferably later on in the day. I live in a house of 5 other people, used to be 6 other people, it's pretty hectic, and as people may well know, that is my brother's room. So, we don't exactly have a lot of privacy when it comes to that. So, I try to make sure it's a time when it's not gonna wake him up. Mainly, it's to do with just him being in there. But I think I prefer generally sometime after 2 o'clock. Yeah, just sometime after 2 o'clock and ends at 10. I don't really have a generic slot in time, and maybe if the channel picks up one day, then that'll be more organised, and I will be able to be more organised with it. So yeah, question 5. Who do you normally play with? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Question 6. Are there any games you would consider playing in the near future? I've considered playing Final Fantasy XIV. I played 11 a while back, and it was fair, but as a World of Warcraft gamer, ex-gamer, undecided, 14 seems to appeal to me more than 11 would. I'd consider playing Rust if I had someone to actually guide me through that. Well, to be fair, I'd consider playing Rust if I could actually find the person I'm meant to be playing with. I tried Rust when it came out, and I was on there for 3 hours trying to find the person that I was meant to be playing with, and it just wasn't working. Like we didn't actually end up finding each other, so I just kind of put that game to the sidelines. This is obviously not including the obvious ones like Hotline Miami 2. I'll be doing Dead Space 2. You know, they're in the works, and I will be doing them, even though they're not recent games. It doesn't mean I won't enjoy them, and it doesn't mean people don't want to see them. It just means the majority of people might want to see them, but I react to my fan base, and I don't care whether that's big or whether that's small. To me, making it for one person is enough of a reason for me to make it. One person asks, there you go. Obviously, if 2 or 3 people ask, I'll make that one more of a priority. But one person asks, it's good enough for me. Portal 2. I'd consider that. You know, there are games. There are games out there I consider. Question 7. Have you tried more traditional gaming? Bracket, D&D, etc. Bracket. Yes, actually. When I was pretty young, my dad actually did a D&D session with us. And that's how we were first introduced to the gaming, the old style gaming of roleplay. You know, roleplay within D&D. And then after that, I had several more sessions with other people. And even now I frequent the D&D game, the Dungeons and Dragons, for those who don't know what D&D is. I frequent the Dungeons and Dragons game, and I enjoy it. I don't know what other traditional games there are really. I play old card games. Question 8. How do you find new games? Bracket, sales, reviews, etc. Bracket. I find Steam is pretty good for me. Steam can compile a lot of ratings of games. A lot of the betas come out on Steam now, which I quite enjoy, and a lot of my games are on Steam actually. In fact, most, if not pretty much all of them, give or take a few, like World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2, you know, other ones, Minecraft, you know, the ones that can't be on Steam. Can Minecraft be on Steam? Normally I'll grab up a sale if the game looks remotely good and it doesn't have a crappy rating, then I'll grab it up when a sale comes straight away. I'm sort of known for having too many games within my friend circle. Question 9. Have you ever been to a games conference, bracket, WCG, E3, etc., bracket? No, I haven't. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't like to, and that doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to, or that in the future I might go to them. I have considered BlizzCon, and I don't know whether Comic-Con counts. I don't think it does. That's more generic. I've been to Comic-Con. It has always interested me, and one day I hope to possibly go to one, so. And finally, question 10. Do you have a favourite video game soundtrack, or composer, or game series? Well, I never really think too much on the soundtrack. Like, for example, I mean, I like the soundtrack of certain movies, which I normally only realise at the ending credits when I hear a song, and if I like that song I look into the soundtrack. Like Electra. Electra had a good soundtrack. Gaming wise, if I have a favourite video game soundtrack, it would probably have to be the Final Fantasy series. They are pretty freaking epic, that music, and they have such a wide variety of music and such depth within their orchestra. So that would probably be the best one I could pick for that question. So there you go. 10 questions people have asked me, or you guys have asked me, and I hope you enjoy the answers. If you don't, oh well. And I will see you in the next videos. This is a short one, I don't really have much to say. Oh, actually, I will try to stick to my thing, my schedule. I will try to stick to my schedule as best I can. But work can get in the way sometimes. I know I bring that up again and again. I guess sometimes I worry about that, not being able to stick to it. And I know some people have already been waiting a couple months for videos. So, my apologies. See you in the next one. This was Arzen.